welcome back to my channel. I am Nikki, and if you are new, then you need to join the party and subscribe. Click the button down below as well as the little bell, and in return you will get notified and not miss any of my uploads. Especially if you love wigs, you're gonna want to subscribe to this channel because I bring you a lot of wig content, especially reviews, and you don't want to miss any of them. And if you have already subscribed, thank you so very much. I greatly do appreciate it. So speaking of reviews, this is who we are reviewing today. Of course, I have lots to say about her. Therefore, you don't want to miss any of it. Please watch the video all the way through. And of course, I'm also going to tell you everything that you need to know so you can decide if this is the right wig for you to purchase or not. And in return, please let me know your thoughts. Go down in the comments and give me your respectful feedback. You can also let me know if there is a wig you would like me to review, and I will look into it. And please also take note that I have a Poshmark closet, which is where I sell a lot of my wigs. So if you want a good deal, check it out. The link to my Poshmark closet is down in the description box. So let's talk about her. And today I have Sensationnel's BUTTA Unit 26 from the BUTTA Lace Collection. She is an HD lace front. The color I have her in is Flamboyage Sunkissed. Here's a list of the other ones that they have on the back. And with this collection, let me tell you some of her features. It says she has virtually undetectable HD lace, a wider parting. She blends with most skin tones, and she is pre-plucked with baby hair. She is also heat safe up to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. I picked her up from elevatestyles for $35.91. Here she is. But of course, one more thing, it would not be a video of mine if I didn't show you what I'm wearing for my eyeshadow look. So many of you have already seen this palette before, but I still always show it to you. And I am wearing the You Had Me at Aloha palette from Cara Beauty. And I always, of course, also open it for you so you can see the shades. And there they are. Okay. Now here we go, talking about BUTTA Unit 26. Well, she may not really be like my cup of tea, but please take note of this, that when it comes to the recommendation, it's based on the quality, not my personal preferences. I think it's just because the wave pattern is so loose and she is so long that she just kind of drapes a little too much for my liking. And speaking of how long she is, oh my gosh, let me see if I can get this all in the frame. She is down almost to my hips, almost. So maybe 30 inches. I'm guessing here. She's long, and plus I'm 5'5", so your height can make a little bit of a difference when it comes to the length. She does have layers. Even the layers are pretty long. So of course, with any wig you can trim them, but when you have longer layers like this, it does make it a little bit easier. So if you want to take some length off, she might look cute at a shorter length too. I could see that happening. I just, again, think she's just a little too drapey, and I wish she had a little bit more of a tighter wave pattern, that's all. Color is gorgeous though. I'm not sure if this is a new color for Sensational or not, or maybe I've just been living under a rock and never noticed it before. Who knows? Either way, I picked it up. I love this color. I wouldn't mind getting it again, that's for sure. I really, really like it. So let's take a closer look at this color. You have this like beautiful brown shade blended all together with some lighter shades. I like this right here. It kind of reminds me a little bit of the Flamboyage Mocha, but there's a little bit more reddish tone in here. And I think that is really, really pretty. I like this combination of tones right here, and right in the placement that they are is great too. That's what I love about the balayage and the flamboyage colors. It's just, I really like them obviously, but this color in particular I really, really like. And looks very professional, which is great. Luster is great, as I expected it to be. Her texture is definitely silky. I mean, I can really feel it right up in here. But even with the silky units, you still want a little bit of coarseness, since all hair has different degrees of coarseness, and then that way it will make the hair feel more natural rather than like doll hair. So thankfully she has a slight bit of coarseness to make her feel more realistic, but of course she is very, very soft. You know, the silky units typically are very soft. So I do like how she is feeling, and I do also think that she is multicultural. Now it's time for me to show you her from the side and the back. I usually keep a pattern of how I do my reviews. All right, so there is the side. I really hope you could see all the way down to the end there. I can't tell since I do not have eyes in the back of my head, but you already know she's very, very long. I don't think she looks bad draped down the back. In fact, I think with her, I would prefer it a little bit more than all to the front. Again, just a personal preference of mine. You can wear her however you so desire. Density is really good though, because I think if she was had more density, then the volume would be too unrealistic in my opinion. So I do think that they did a good job with that. And that's another thing that they did list on the stock card. Just want to make sure I say it correctly. It just says natural density hairline. So, so I do think that it's a really good density for this because the volume is perfect. Definitely perfect. She is a bit of a tangler though. You know, it's a combination of the silkiness texture and the length of her that is going to cause tangling. I think if the wave pattern was tighter though, if it stayed at this length, she would even probably be worse of a tangler. So I guess that's one pro, however you want to look at it. But I mean, it's not too bad. So you can see I can still pretty much run my fingers through her. To be expected, the tangles are more towards the end. So just be careful with that because she could end up having these ends look really super frayed. And if that's the case, that's when you most likely would want to trim her up. So that way you get more use out of her and she'll of course last you much longer then. That is always another thing to keep in mind with her. It's shedding, not too bad. It's mostly her length that just makes it look like she's shedding a little bit more excessively, but it's pretty much the normal amount you would expect from any synthetic unit. Center part, which I like, of course. I know not everybody likes that. Can you shift her? Maybe. You could give it a whirl. I think she would work out being shifted. I just wanted to wear her as it shows on the stock card. But keep in mind, of course, the parting space is straight. For me, when I wear a side part, I prefer to have a curve, but personal preference once again. The parting space is really nice. I think it's good. It's a good depth and width. It was very easy to blend. Keep in mind, again, the lace for this unit blends with most skin tones. So you can see that here. So she is pre-plucked a little bit here. I'm not complaining about the pre-plucking situation. Could it be better? Yes. Could it be worse? Yes. So again, I'm not going to complain, but I did cut off the baby hairs up in here. They were really, really long to begin with, and I thought they were just a little bit too excessive to my liking as well. So at first I trimmed them, and then I just decided to get rid of them. Even though I prefer baby hairs myself, sometimes I don't. It just all depends on the style and how they did the baby hairs that will make up my mind. But again, in this case, I trimmed them. So just another thing to be aware of, she comes with a lot of baby hairs, and you pretty much saw that in the intro anyway. But the baby hairs do go all the way around. So as you can see, I kept some of them there. I just trimmed them up. And then here are the edges. I think really nice. I didn't put any powder right there. I didn't think I really needed to since it's covered up, but you can see right along here where she is fitting. Obviously, same thing on this side. Did not glue her down. I didn't think I really needed to. And she's right above each ear, just as she should be. So she's really comfortable to wear. Her cap is about medium size, but she stretches like really, really well. If you notice that in another thing when I showed you the cap construction and everything, but without a doubt, I would say she's larger head friendly. I took those adjustable straps in pretty darn tight. So she should work out for everybody. Now, the ultimate question, of course, is do I recommend her? Well, yeah, I'm still going to recommend her because I think the quality is outstanding. Butta lace is usually really good when it comes to the quality. Even if the style may not be my cup of tea, she's definitely somebody else's cup of tea. So I would recommend her. Give her thumbs up to tell you to go pick her up yourselves. Some of you already have, and if you are one of those people, please let me know what you think about her now that you have her. And if you decide to go pick her up after watching this review, I would really like to know that too. So let me know in the comments. But I have nothing more to review on her, so that is that. But of course, I appreciate you watching. I will catch you next time in my next video. So until next time, bye-bye.